Ready?
Huh?
Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Hi, I'm Chris from the Birdhouse Project, and kind of wanted to put together a little video for everyone to kind of let everybody know kind of what I've been doing and what I'm about to do. And instead of sending something out on Facebook, I'd rather do it kind of in person, I guess, if this is in person. But this past Christmas, about a year ago, I was faced with my second divorce and kind of living my life, all of a sudden realizing that not only had I lost my son Blake in a car accident, but now I had 2 divorces to my name, and just the reality of all of that really sent me spiraling, just kind of thinking, wow, that's a lot to really kind of carry the burden of the rest of my life. So it set me into this thought process of what could I do to really kind of put my life back in order. And I came up with this crazy idea of selling pretty much everything I own and putting what I had left in storage, and setting off to visit all the lower 48 states and build a birdhouse in every state in honor of my son, and to meet 365 people and record 365 stories. This trip was kind of all about everybody else. And very quickly into the trip, within the first week, I started to realize that this trip had absolutely nothing to do with anyone else. It had everything to do with me, and kind of leaving where I was to get somewhere else. Not just literally, but personally and emotionally. I didn't want to be where I was anymore. So by selling my things and getting in this car and just heading off and kind of facing these fears, just kind of spiraling down out of control. And then for every mile I drove, in every state I visited, every birdhouse I built, I started seeing this strength in myself grow. And I started looking around my car and realizing, you know what, I don't need that, and I don't need this, and I don't need that. And so every time I came through Kansas City, I kept dropping more and more stuff off. Until finally, when I was driving across North Carolina, I believe it was, I started looking around my car and I'm like, I don't even need this car. I could finish these states without a car. I started feeling empowered. And Bill Hancock wrote a book about riding a bicycle across the country in honor of his son, who he lost in a plane crash with the Oklahoma State basketball team about 10 years ago. And it really started getting me to thinking about, wow, could I ride a bike across the country? I'm not a bike rider, I've ridden about 15 miles is the furthest I've ever ridden. And so I bought a bike when I came back to Kansas City and set this plan to ride from San Diego to St. Augustine, Florida, on the southern tier route. It just kind of hugs the bottom of the country. Obviously, this is through the winter time, so I wanted to stay far south as I could. Bought the bike, and started telling people this is what I'm going to do. And trust me, I've been paralyzed in the fear of what I'm about to do. People ask, have you been training? No, I haven't. I haven't been training at all. And the reason I haven't trained is because I didn't get a chance to train when I lost my son. And I didn't get a chance to train when I went through divorce. I was living my life, and boom, 1 second later, Blake was dead. And so I was kind of thrown into this other world. And kind of one of the reasons why I want to do this cold turkey is I want to be able to blog every day and write about the parallels that I find. And maybe I won't find any, but it's just definitely something I want to do. It's going to head out about December 14th or 15th, drive to San Diego, spend about a day just kind of getting set up and ready to go, and start pedaling about 60 miles a day. 4 15-mile blocks a day is kind of the plan to start, and see how that goes. What I want to do is, since the Birdhouse Project is really, the Birdhouse Project isn't something about, well, it's just me, my story, or it's everyone's story. Everybody goes through crisis, or people go through tragedy, end up in crisis, and they need to rebuild their lives. And so how you can get involved in this is, number one, you can send a picture of the child you've lost with a description about who they were and who they are, and send the picture, email that to us. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what you could do is you can email that to Taylor, Taylor, correct?
Yeah,
at thebirdhouseproject.com.
I think you can send pictures of like relatives.
Yeah, you can send pictures of anybody you've lost. Whether it's a husband, a wife, a grandpa, anyone. You can send pictures of anyone. Just if you've gone through loss, we'll take them with us. That's something we really want to do is make this much bigger than riding a bike across the country. we kind of want to get anybody that wants to get involved, and I'll carry their picture with me through this trip. The other thing you can do is we'll be posting kind of the areas we're going to be riding through. And so if I am riding through your area and you want to bring your bike and ride with me, oh my goodness, I hope that the State Highway Patrol has to block the highway, because there's so many of us. I think that would be so cool that we got together as a group and rode in areas. So that is definitely something, if you want to do, you can email me, Chris, K-R-I-S, at thebirthouseproject.com, or Taylor, either one of us. And third, which isn't always easy for me to ask, it's donations. All the states I've traveled about 18,000 miles so far, and visited 40 states. Through these travels, most of it I did out of my own pocket, but I did receive donations from people. People would log into my website, thebirdhouseproject.com, and they can go to Chris's Journey. You can go to Chris's Journey, and there's a place where you can make donations. Several people have donated so far in this journey, and without you, there's no way I could be doing this. That is definitely something I'm just going to encourage you to do, if you would, to support us through this. It's not cheap to do these kinds of things, but I can guarantee you, if you donate $10, it's not going to get wasted. It's going to be spent very wisely, and it's going to be spent on things to make sure this trip is a success. It's not going to be spent on Marriott, it's going to be spent on bagels and peanut butter. That's kind of what this whole thing's been about, is about sacrifice. Camping and just making sure we make it across the country. That's the goal. And to support me in all of this, Taylor is going to come along, and she's going to do the videoing, the video footage. She's going to be blogging every day. She's going to be finding our campsites. She's going to be supporting me on the road in case I have problems, and just tagging along and supporting me the whole way in my car, because I really want to make sure my car, my Honda Element that has the writing all over it, actually is physically in all 48 states. And so that'll be kind of part of this as well. But thebirdhouseproject.com, you can go to that site. You can read more about it. You can email me, Chris, K-R-I-S, at thebirdhouseproject.com. You can also email Taylor, T-A-Y-L-O-R, at thebirdhouseproject.com. You can log into my website and send a donation, or if you'd rather donate a hotel room or something different, or you have a different idea, something you'd like to help with, hey, we're open to all suggestions. And the other thing is, you can also blog. I'll blog every day, so blog.thebirdhouseproject.com. And last but not least, we'll be on Facebook every day, kind of sharing pictures through the Birdhouse Project Facebook page, and we'll go from there. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of fill you in on what's going on. Please, please, please send a donation if you would. That's how we're going to make it. That's how we're going to support this journey. And if we're on your route and it would work out, please come ride with us. And please send the pictures of those you've lost to us, and we'll take them with us on this entire trip. So that's about it. We'll see you on the road through the holidays. We'll be riding on Christmas and New Year's Day, so we'll take you with us. Be strong, be safe, and be well.